2020 has been an extraordinary year of both challenges and amazing accomplishments. We broke ground on our next real estate project, Holzer Park, which is a 62-unit affordable housing building that just started construction. And we're in the process now of planning the development of 1599 Columbus Avenue, which is going to be a 65-unit affordable housing building. And when I think about Urban Edge and the work that we do, I think one thing that's important is to, remember that it's a stable place for someone to live. And so we provide the bricks and mortar, but in addition to that, we also have all of the additional programs that help to improve the quality of life for people, both who live here in the community, but also who live throughout the greater Boston area, who also utilize our programs.
Before I had to leave the housing projects, the mother of my children and I ended up breaking up. And in the beginning, the lawyers were talking about just giving me my two biological kids. Then I was told about the Fathers Group, and I ended up coming in right before I ended up getting custody. And it helped me emotionally, I guess you could say. Physically, I got an apartment. You have to have a stable place to stay for the courts to even think about letting you have your kids. The Fathers Group helped me mentally as well, because I didn't know that there were other fathers that were going through things like me, and I didn't expect them to help me out in such a way that I can, progress and be in a better spot for me and my children. I would hope that one day that knowledge could be spread to some other fathers, and other fathers get the opportunity to get to the point where they can be in their kids' life.
Many times when people think about affordable housing, they tend to only think about rental housing, especially in the Black and Brown community. If you look at the data, the number one way that Black and Latino communities build their financial assets is through owning a home. And because of the increasing real estate market here in Greater Boston, it's difficult for anyone, let alone Black and Brown communities, to be able to become first-time homebuyers. And so we do a significant amount of work in helping to support people who are interested in buying homes through our first-time home buying programs. And so we want to make sure that we continue to help people build their assets, to make sure that we're supporting people in the areas that they need us the most.
I learned so much stuff from Urban Edge, it's just not even funny. So it was the first-time homebuyer class, and I took the class, and I was very amazed. Literally, they had every section, somebody was there to explain the whole process with you. After you take that class, they just refer you to a financial advisor.
And they were very detailed, and if they asked us to do something, they would not rest until they see result. So they will call, email, everything.
Yeah.
So we went through the process, and here we are. We're living in a new life, thing that we never had before, thing that we never seen before.
Mm-hmm.
So it's beautiful. It's just like a new beginning, and I'm loving it.
At the end of the day, one thing I can almost guarantee is that all communities, regardless of your race, economic background, many of us want the same thing. We want the opportunity to be successful. We want the opportunity to be able to start a family, support a family, be productive citizens in our community. But what we don't want is to have systems and structures that fight against us. I've been very pleased with the level of state, city, and other support that we at Urban Edge get for all the work that we do. We have a housing crisis here in Boston, but the mayor, the governor understand the importance of this crisis and have committed the resources that are needed in order to make sure that we can begin to make progress on the housing crisis. I want to take this opportunity to thank all of our supporters, both public and private, who have been with us every step of the way. Thank you for all that you do and all that you allow us to do in the community.